The test of a lifetime. Think about that for a minute. So this was the test of your lifetime. Yes, being captured, being trapped in the narcissistic abusive cycle, not knowing that it existed and not knowing where you were, how you got there, how to get out, and above all, why you weren't taught this when you were younger. You see, there were many tests that you took throughout your whole life. I've touched on this in over 5 years worth of videos. Some of the tests you took when you were younger were in school. Other tests were, let's say, aptitude tests to get jobs. Other tests were to test yourself with your peers, meaning peer pressure, things like that. Well, you grew, you developed, and you figured out that, yeah, this is where I belong in this thing called life. And things were going really well until they weren't. And that's when you met the narcissist. That's when this person, this dark energy source, saw you and saw that you did not know who they were. And you didn't even know who you were because you didn't figure that out until post-relationship, which I'll touch in a few moments. But the point of that is you were being tested from the minute you met the narcissist until this exact minute. And I'll touch on that again in a moment. The narcissist took everything that you had, every single molecule from you when you were with them. They spun those molecules around, your DNA, your time, energy, money, love, everything, and they blended them up. They chewed them up, they spit them out, and they crumbled you up like a sheet of paper, threw you away in the freeway. And then they slithered off elsewhere, which was where the direction they were going in was to a new source or an old source of supply. You were supposed to be left on that side of the road, crumbled up, never figuring out what happened. You're different. You did figure it out. That's why you're getting stronger. And that's why you are realizing that this was the biggest test by far of your lifetime. And you are passing. If you've made it this far in the video at the 2-minute and 12-second mark, and I made you look, got you, well, then you're passing. But you haven't fully passed until you know that the narcissist is out of your life. Until you've finally gone no contact, blocked that person, deleted them, removed them, etc. You and only you will know when you are strong enough. You and only you will know when you've healed. You will know when you've stopped ruminating. You will know when you passed, yes, the test of your lifetime. Now, I cannot emphasize the testing abilities of the narcissist enough because the narcissist was giving you macro tests, micro tests, medium-sized tests, and every test in between. They were gauging the temperature of you. They were seeing what worked, what didn't work, if you would try to put up a boundary, if you would try to call them out, if you would fall for their gaslighting, if you would cover for them when they didn't behave rationally in general public, if you would be there to regulate them when they would be throwing a rage fit on you in a car moving at 90 miles an hour on a freeway. You see, the narcissist kept on trying to take and take and take, and what they wanted to do was punish you more and more and more. And they did their best to break you. They did their best to steal everything out from underneath you. And they did their best to leave you reeling without clarity, without answers, so you would be stuck pining for the rest of your life. Now remember, this is what the narcissist had done to so many people before they met you. They never gave them closure. They never gave them answers. They never were transparent or authentic because they can't be. And these people never figured out what narcissism was. You're different. I've been emphasizing that for over 5 years. You need to really understand how strong you are, how resilient you are, how courageous you are. And that despite the fact that narcissists had an insurmountable advantage over you, they still failed. Now you may think, no, the narcissist won or they're winning. They didn't win and they're not, no matter what you think. If you made it again this far in the video, you're resilient. You're full of curiosity. You're full of searching for answers to questions of which some you have, some you don't. But you're on the path. This is the healing path. The healing path is going to take you as far away from the narcissist as you ever thought possible. The healing path will take you super high. It's going to take you low because what you will figure out on the healing path is that you're going to have to uncover a lot of things from the past. Example, this is why I talk about in videos, and this is what I provide during one-on-one sessions with so many people. You need to go back to the root. You need to go back to the beginning, how you met the narcissist, where you were, why you were in the circumstance you're in, why you were vulnerable, why you were naive, why you were wearing your heart on a sleeve, etc. And you will figure out that this wasn't your fault at all. You were living your life. You were being yourself. And the narcissist saw this in you as they were vetting other people. And they said, wait, this person, which was you, they have an awful lot here that I could take from them. And they have no idea. And before they know it, I'll be out of their life. I will have stolen everything from them. And they'll never figure it out. And I'll be gone. And I'll go on to these other people I'm vetting, but I'll put them on hold right now. I hope you follow that. This is what the narcissist thinks. This is what they do. It's what they're doing right now. So when the narcissist laid their eyes on you and they set their sights on you, they had a plan for you. Yes, they did. Now, how far that plan would become executed, that was up to you and the narcissist. But it was unbeknownst to you. You didn't know there was a plan for you. You thought you were planning with the narcissist. Au contraire, mon frère, the narcissist was planning for you. What they were going to do with you, where they were going to move you around on the chessboard, where they were going to drop you off, how they were going to punish you, how they were going to extract more money from you, etc. Well, this is what they had done. Remember, the narcissist is a master manipulator. They are an abominable human being. You should look that word up, abominable. That's the narcissist in a nutshell. And the narcissist also lays out multiple traps at any one point in time. Some are big traps, some are smaller traps, some are short-term traps, some are medium-term, some are long-term. But you need to understand the narcissist is always, and I do mean always, playing the long game with certain people. You were one of those people, so was I. What is the long game, you may ask? Well, the long game can be a period of time that the narcissist has their eyes set on. Here is a prime example. It probably happened with you, or may have. The kids, whether you are a biological parent or a step parent or whatever you were, if you had kids or stepkids, I can assure you the narcissist was counting the time or the days until the kids either got of age, or you were 401k retirement, or when you were going to be financially free, or when you would sell the business, or when the kids would be in high school or college, whatever it was. As the kids were getting older, the narcissist was counter-parenting the kids against you. They weren't co-parenting, and they were hoping to create little mini-me's. Yes, mini-me's, so that you would be outnumbered. And then, let's say you had 2, 3, 5, 7 kids, whatever it was. Well, then the narcissist was plotting, planning, and trying to drive wedges between you and the kids. So as the kids got older, they would go to the dark side. Now, that may have happened to you. Maybe it didn't. Odds are it did happen with at least one of your kids. But again, that's why you are the generational curse breaker. That's why we must halt, cease, stop, and obliterate narcissism. Not the people, the behaviors, the mannerisms, the disorder. But that's why this is the test of a lifetime, of your lifetime. Now again, way back when, let's say when you were in grade school or high school or maybe even college, you took tests, but you knew you were taking the tests because they were announced ahead of time. Example, during this semester, we're going to have 2 big tests. The first test is worth 40% of your grade. The second test is worth 40%. Attendance is worth 20. There's your 100%. Should I be a college professor? Yes. Could I be? Easily. Am I one every single day? Yes, on YouTube University. And you are a student and I am the teacher. But remember, I'm a student and a teacher, and I am more of a student than a teacher. But I gave you an example. So those tests you were passing in university or high school or college, you were preparing for them. You knew what was ahead of you. With the narcissist, you were given thousands, truth be told, probably tens of thousands of tests every single minute you were with them. Let me rephrase that. You were given tens of thousands of tests from the minute you met them until it ended. And actually, even after it ended, you were still tested multiple ways. But these tests you weren't prepared for. You didn't realize that you were in a loop. You did not realize you were being tested, and you would never pass the test in the eyes of the narcissist when you were with them, because they made the test unpassable. What is future faking? Future faking is when the narcissist says, or moving goalposts. It's when, let's talk about moving goalposts. It's when they make a target or an objective. If we do ABC, then we can execute X, Y, Z. Well, when you get ABC done, then they change it. Now you have to do other things, and you never quite get there. There's your moving goalposts. Future faking is a little bit different. Well, that's what happens with the narcissist when you're with them. The more you do, the more they want. The more they want, the less you have in the tank to do for them. The less you have, the more they look elsewhere. It's a perfect recipe to ruin one person's life, and the narcissist knows this. Remember also, the narcissist has no love within them. They can steal it, They can fake it, but they don't have it. The narcissist has zero, and I mean zero, empathy within them. They can fake it, they can feign it, they can steal it, they can try to destroy it, but they don't have it in them. So when the narcissist was testing you and they were burning you out because you were spinning around on that hamster wheel of abuse, not knowing what was happening, what were they doing? They were occupying your time, your energy, your experience on this planet called life, called Earth. And what they were doing was testing you. How much longer would you tolerate? How much longer could you take? How much more money could you ask to borrow from family members or friends? Or how much more credit card debt could you get into to give to the narcissist? You probably did that. Yeah, guilty as charged here. Never had credit card debt in my life. But what happens? Well, meet the apex predator, and now I'm up to my earballs in credit card debt. And I'm sure it happened to you. This is why the narcissist is a sinking ship. It's why they're a ticking time bomb, and it's why they test everybody. The narcissist has no loyalty, yet they demand it. The narcissist has no commitment, yet they demand it. And the narcissist has no care in the world about anybody other than what serves them in the moment. When you wrap your head around all of those things and everything I've mentioned at the 11-second mark of this video, you understand this was a test, and you have to pass. Nobody can take the test for you. Nobody can give you the answers. Nobody can tell you, hey, the test, it's going to be 50 minutes long, and part 2 and 3 are easy. They're multiple choice. Part 3 or 4 is an essay, and part 1, just sign your name. It doesn't work that way. That's why this is the test of your lifetime. Remember, I've shared this for so many videos over the years. Your fingerprint this is what makes you you. This is unique to you. The narcissist tried to steal that, and they wanted to erase your fingerprint, your clarity, your mind, and you, but they couldn't do it. That's why you need to take this extremely seriously and understand it's a test. You will pass. You've already begun to pass it. Ultimately, you will pass it if you continue to see the light at the end of the tunnel, if you continue to persevere through the darkness, if you continue to believe in yourself and you continue to understand that perhaps today isn't a good day, but tomorrow will be better, or perhaps today's a great day and tomorrow you will build upon it. You see, as you're getting stronger, again, the narcissist is getting weaker. As they get weaker, more clarity arrives in your mind. And the clearer your mind gets, the more you realize that relationship wasn't as bad as you thought it was. It was 1,000,000,000 times worse, which is why this is the relationship you need to heal from. And that's why this is the test of a lifetime, the test of your lifetime. Now I want to share this with you, and I'm going to close the video. I passed the test years ago. I passed the test I did not even know was in front of me. I passed the test every single day I was trapped in that cycle. And you may say, well, how did you pass the test when you're trapped in the cycle and even know you were being tested? I'll tell you how, and I'll tell you why. And you did the same thing whether you know it or not. Because you kept your huge open heart. You kept your empathy. You kept your love. You kept your belief in yourself. You kept your belief in humanity. And against all odds, in the boxing match of your life, in the 15th round, with 10 seconds left in the match, the narcissist knocked you down for the count. The referee is going 1, 2, 3, and you're on the canvas. The birds are spinning around your head. The stars are flying like in the old cartoon days. You have 1, 2, 3 lumps sticking out of you. You don't know what's going on, but then you put your hand down, then your knee, then you stand up, and the referee says 8, 9, and then you stand up. The whole crowd, everybody in the audience is dumbfounded. How did you do it? The narcissist cannot believe it. They turn around because their back was to you, because they were convinced they knocked you out for the count. They turn around, their jaw drops. They cannot believe you stood up. The referee holds your hands up and says, yes, you are the winner. You passed the test. You made it. You're out. When you're out, you stay out. You knocked the behemoth, the juggernaut, the apex predator, the shallow and hollow coward and bully. Yes, the narcissist, you knocked them out for the count. Not literally, figuratively. You are the champion. You have defeated the apex predator. Once you do that and you understand that you passed the test, you close the chapter of the book on said person, on said dark energy, and you never open it again. You move forward, you maintain your boundaries, you heal properly, and you look at yourself in a different light. You look at yourself the way I see you, as the beautiful, bright, shining light. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the lightly rainy Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you're not alone. I love you all, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Couple quick things. One, yes, this has been the test of your lifetime. Many people I've worked with over the years and many comments in the videos I create have mentioned that they've been through many things in this experience called life, but nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to the narcissistic abusive trap that they were in. And I would agree completely. Many people have mentioned to me that they've traveled all over the world. They've created businesses, sold businesses. They have watched their kids grow up. They have given birth to kids. They've done so many different things. And they've been tested with health challenges and other concerns. But they all paled in comparison to the narcissistic abusive cycle. I will share this with you. If you've been in the cycle, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you should count your lucky stars that you cannot fully comprehend what I'm sharing with you. Any way you look at it, you need to prepare, you need to protect, and you need to understand that the narcissist is everywhere. You have to have boundaries. You need to maintain them and adhere to them. And you need to understand one thing. The narcissist is always, and I mean always, testing people. You passed the test. That's why you closed the chapter of the book once and for all on the narcissist and the dark energy. I love you all, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye. Yes, and you saw a little ink there. You saw a little tattoo. Oh, my gosh. Bye.